Alright guys, what's up? It's J-Dog, and we're going to take a small twist. And by the way, I'm so excited that we're back on YouTube again. We're back doing YouTube videos, same thing, whatever. We're going to do a little bit of a twist. If you don't know about me, and I don't think you do, I took a coding boot camp last year, like from last April to July, and then tried to get a job at a tech company, and that hasn't worked out yet. But in the meantime, I'm not looking for a tech job anymore. But I did a coding boot camp, which started because I wanted to be a game developer, and don't know if I want to be a game developer, but guess what? This is a great, maybe hobby of mine, that I want to share with you guys today. So we're going to finish a Pong game that I created, or that I'm working on, and will be finishing up right now, actually. We're going to finish it up right now because I want to finish it, and I feel like I'll neglect it if I don't turn it into some sort of content for my channel. Anyway, let's get going. So this is what I have so far. Let me refresh. This is what we have so far. So we have the left paddle is the player. And it right now reflects off of each paddle. We have the AI for the right paddle, and we have a score. Fantastic. And guess what? I'm going to let the AI score on me, only because I made the left paddle like almost like a god. So as you see, the test like the test what am I trying to say? The test, the use case that I had in for checking the win screen, or winning condition, was to just set it to 3, have somebody, and that somebody is the AI, because it's pretty much godlike right now, and we'll change that in a minute. Once somebody reaches 3 points, this screen will pop up, and what we're going to work on right now is to show which player won, and make sure that we can click back and start a game when the game is over. So let's get to it. We're going to open up Microsoft Virtual Studio, and we're going to go to Udemy because I am a beginner for the stuff. And so to tell you more about my boot camp at General Assembly, shout out General Assembly, I took a full stack software development course over 3 months. I do not suggest doing it. Frankly, it was an option that I took because I do not like traditional college. It's not I had a bigger reason why, and that bigger reason was oh, you don't need a college degree. But frankly, it's just, for me, it's not how I learn. I learn more hands-on, and that kind of trade school boot camp environment was the closest way I could kind of mesh kind of the best of both worlds. So that's the route that I took, and so now I can at least, nope, we're not going to change our name. Now I can at least, oh, I can just click on here. Now at the bare minimum, at this point, I can just create games. and kind of definitely have a better understanding of what I'm doing. So let's just restart and let's get going. So we're going to minimize out of this and look at this. This is what we have so far. So for those of you who are game developers and software engineers, I'm making an HTML5 Pong game, and I pretty much just set a canvas tag, and I am calling the canvas tag, or I'm calling the ID of the canvas tag, and pretty much drawing everything on within that canvas by grabbing the ID of the game canvas. I think I pretty much said the same thing 3 times, and the last one I would submit was so much better, and we're at the finish line of at least a very simple thought. So ignore this. Well, we're not going to ignore this, but we might actually just do this again. And I actually just might, and if I do that again, we might rewrite this function again. But let me tell you what we have here. So we have canvas. So we have canvas and canvas context as a variable. And right here on window.onload, we are setting those variables as one camp, and we're setting those variables as what did I say? So these were like 0. I think that's what that represents. But we're setting canvas as the canvas ID, and then we're setting the type of the I think the type of level as a 2D canvas level, and so that kind of represents canvas context right here. Frames per second, that's just setting your frames per second, obviously, and this and set interval is how we're moving the ball back and forth. And we want to, we want all this to load all at once instead of, as you can see, outside of, and so we want all of this to load at once when the canvas loads. And so that's why we're calling all these functions and writing them separately outside. So that's why we are writing all these separate functions, and then we're calling move everything and draw everything within the window.onload, because that's what we want everything to load. We want the movement, we want draw everything, and we want we want the move mechanics and everything. Oh, I moved my camera for a minute, and we want all the paddle and the ball be drawn, and the movement of the ball drawn when the entire game loads. So there we go. We're making it. We're happening. It's happening. So let's just actually get into it, because I can explain this later. And actually, I just want. This is actually something I was what am I trying to say? Anyway, let's get to it, because I don't want this entire video me kind of doing a terrible job at explaining code. Because I know how things work. It's just expressing myself is a little difficult. So let's get to it, friends.
Okay, so here we are where we have the game. So when it ends, when either team reaches enough points, it says click to continue, but there's not any way to click to continue.
Alright, so restart upon mouse
So what
click.
we have to do is connect another event function, just like we did for when you move the mouse, to the event that happens when the mouse button goes down. So let's look at where we connected up the mouse move function in window onload. And let's connect another one to canvas.addEventListener.
Hold on. And this is pretty much my life. It's pretty much, at least with, what is it? Canvas.addEventListener. I think mouse click. I'm just going to take a stab here. Mouse click, right? Or mouse down. Let's see.
Although this time, instead of connecting it to the mouse move event, we're going to connect it to one called mouse down.
Okay, fine.
And we'll connect to it, instead of doing an inline function like I wrote here, where I'm defining it in place, let's just make one called handle mouse click, which we're going to find elsewhere in the code. Let's scroll up here above window onload and say function
Nope.
handle mouse.
Nope, not yet. But yeah, this is pretty much my life where I handle mouse click, right? Or I look at where I start a project by following a tutorial, and hypothetically the goal is to recreate this on my own. But listen, baby steps. Baby steps. So now we are going to write a function, mouse on mouse click. How about that? On mouse click. Function. Bam! Let's get it. And then we have what? EVT. Like that's an event. We're going to use the event as an argument. Okay. So that's really all he wrote, right? That's all she wrote, right? No, it's not.
Let's click EVT.
Yep, got
Which
it.
we don't actually need in this case, but that's standard for anything you hand an event to be able to receive it in case it wants information off of it. And if we are showing
If
the win screen,
when
then
hold.
at that time,
No. Windscreen. Even the tutorial's going too fast, thank God. I can just pause it.
zero out both scores. Let's make sure we don't get a typo in our score. Player 1 score. So if we're currently showing the win screen, then we want to zero out both scores. Player 1 score, player 2 score. And then we also want to turn this back off to regain control of the game in the occasion of clicking when we're on that screen.
This is I took a couple days off from building this because I really built this because I was waiting on my modem, but windscreen, then what? Windscreen. Nope. Here we go. Naming conventions do matter. False. Bam. Oops. Bam. I forgot what I said. I think I said like three different things. Okay.
And this is another way to hook up these functions. Just want to show some examples of how things can be done in JavaScript. We can do it inline like this if it's something like there's no reason why we'll call the function anywhere else. Or if it keeps things tidier for us, we can just call it by its name. As shown here, handle mouse click isn't a special word in the same way that say mouse down is. That's just whatever we want to call the function. When I scroll up, I can just define it right there. So again, here's our function zoomed in on it.
Handle mouse click. Not oops. After all that I misnamed or didn't use the same name. Oh well. I guess what I could have done is just renamed this, but trying to follow the tutorial as to the letter as possible.
If showing windscreen has been set to true, clicking will zero out the scores and return the player back to play by clearing the windscreen. Now the reason I'm clearing the scores there, let's go ahead and do kind of two birds with one stone here, is let's look at where we set that to true. We don't actually want to zero the scores at this point, because how else will we be able to easily display what the scores or when the round ended, right? Or at least to say who won. So let's not zero the scores there yet. We'll wait until the player clicks from the game end screen, go back into play to then zero out the scores. I'm going to borrow this statement here.
Okay. Here we go. So actually, first off, can we save and just see if no, I don't want to save this web page. I want to save the code and then open in default browser, please. All right, let's wait. I'm just gonna use the godlike, I'm just gonna let the godlike AI win. Cool. Yo! It worked! I'm so happy! Listen, so this is, I mean, it wasn't much code, but I had to debug, you know, a few pieces here and there, but a lot of code is oh, you can just right click and inspect. Word. A lot of code I have to debug. So for those of you who are watching and are like, what's going on? This is the console, and this is a console log that can be found on window.onload right here. And so when the game runs, obviously all this is going to run, but when the window loads, window.onload, this will pop up. So, hey. All right, let's get back to it. Let's do it to it, friend. Yes. I'm excited. Yes. Okay, cool.
That's a comparison of each score against winning score.
Oh, actually, let me commit first, because I'm not... Oh, and by the way, this is a huge no-no. I'm writing new code and pretty much editing code on the master branch, which is usually meant for the final, the final product. You don't ever want to write code on the master branch. For something like this, you would write code for, you would make a separate branch, and in bigger projects, or just for the sake of practice, I could probably take all of these functions, these separate functions, and make them into a separate branch. But for the sake of my sanity of just getting back into coding, and for the sake of people watching, I'm not going to do that to both of us. So let's move on. So let's say new game, or let's just say what should we commit this as? Um, mm, I guess what, like new game window or new game click finished, right? Finished with a question mark, something like that. Yes. But yeah, and then we're just gonna commit this down here. And if I'm kind of like moving out of the way, it's because I have my mic right here to hopefully catch my voice, because it's like back here, which was probably fine, but because I want this to be semi-professional, no, very professional. It's gonna be right here. So yeah.
And let's go back to where we're drawing this end screen, where it says no. I'm going to borrow this statement here.
So he's grabbing the ball reset. He's grabbing the player score function, or excuse me, condition, and what is copy and paste.
Let's do a comparison of each score against winning score. And let's go back to where we're drawing this end screen, where it says nothing but click to continue. So down here and draw everything. If we're showing the win screen, then we're showing that click to continue message. Let's move that a little further down the screen. It doesn't need like...
Click to start. Hold on. I think I'm jumping ahead.
Doesn't seem to me right, like it needs to be in the top left corner like that. Let's move it, I don't know, over some... Wait, how would, maybe not that much.
600.
We're 800 pixels wide. I'm kind of eyeballing this stuff. Maybe 350. How far down?
Like 400.
Say
200.
600 vertical. 5/6 of that might look okay. And now, here's why I copy and pasted those lines. I don't actually want to keep that OR bar.
Nope. Hold on. Where is it? Damn it. If. Hold on. What's he doing? If one screen. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Wow. Jeez. Wow. I was confused there for a minute. Damn. And we're gonna just like tab over so it's clear that all this code is inside this big function here. This actually, and for those of you that are watching this and I'm going to, and like went to General Assembly with me, I think I finally get it. At least, and I'm going to say I finally get it for this function, for like, for this function, for this project. I finally get what functions do. If this is true, and if this is true, do this, this, and this, and then return, which is just bail out of of whatever is left in here. So pretty much, if the score is met, let's actually just break this down. Let's forget this for a minute. Let's just comment that out. Is it a comment? There we go. So pretty much where we're at now with or where we were at last time was draw everything, which was called in window.onload, pretty much saying if this is true, if this is true, which means the win condition is met, show this. And I'm pretty sure, wow, that was actually, let's just cut that out, because that's actually, like, I was actually getting ready to write it twice. Write what he wants me to write twice. So let's get back. But yeah, at least when in a game sense, it kind of makes sense, and that's why in a game sense it makes sense. In a game context, it makes sense. And that's kind of why I want to be a game developer, or that's kind of why I wanted to be a game developer, is, you know, coding is hard to begin with, number one, but, you know, if you can attach the concepts to a certain part of development that you like, i.e. game development for me, it makes sense. It's easier. So let's get to it. Just going to finish off that bracket, and let's go.
But I do want these general expressions because I want to post a different message.
So here we go. So that's one, and if okay, so that's one. That's one condition, two conditions. And I think this is going to be an else. Oops. Else if, right? I'm just going to take a stab at, oh shit, yep, got it, coach. And this is all the way down. I'm sorry, what? Alright, yep, here we go. Down, where is it? Where? Oh, I'm gonna get caught up. Oh no. Nope. I don't want it. Okay. If I get caught up in that,
Based on which player earned enough points to have ended the round. One of them must, since they passed that OR bar, to have flipped show win screen in the first.
Wait a minute. No. Okay. What's he doing? He's cleaning it up here. There we go. All right.
Place. And so if player one finished, let's go ahead and move this color fill up here. It can be shared among these. Now, if I did, you're going to see it wrap, but that's fine. Let's say left player one.
All right. So what? Canvas context. Copy that. And what? That up there. And then click to continue. And we're going to actually razzle dazzle it up a little bit more. Click to start new game. And actually, no. We're gonna say player 1 wins. And then guess what we're gonna put down here, fellas? Here it goes. Wham! Just kidding. At least not right there. Player. Oops. Winner. Oh god. Player 2 wins.
Left player 1. And for position that, let's put that closer to the top of the screen, maybe 200 down. And I'm going to do the same deal here for player 2, where I will say right player 1. And it can be in the same position because, of course, the nature of an if-else statement is only ever going to show one of these or the other. It can't show both. Even if both of these were true, and this isn't the kind of game where you can have a draw from people winning at the same time, even if
This
they're
isn't
both
soccer.
true, if this first if condition passes its test, it won't even give the else a chance to evaluate. So we know these two will never overlap. So let's save it. We'll give it a second to catch up its scores. Let's just let the computer player win this time. It should say
Alright.
right player
Oh, I
1.
could just click.
Click to continue. If I click, it reset. The scores went to 0. Now let's try beating the computer, which once again, easiest way to do that, well, maybe I can look into defeating it with skill. Yeah, left player 1. By skill, I mean, just sitting there while it can't catch the ball fast enough. Click to continue.
What?
There we go. So, okay, so we've got now, we can...
No. Not there we go.
For player 2, or I will say right player 1. And it can be in the same position because, of course, the...
Or maybe. We're just going to put 1 at 0, 0. Just to debug this. Or about 0, 10. Just to debug that one that they're all just laying on top of each other, maybe, hopefully. Boom. Or is it because... Is it because we are not giving it color? And then we're going to do what? 400. Let's do 400, 100. We can adjust them. It's just this is what I call debugging, and this is what most people call debugging. But hey, listen. I forget that I can just click to restart, but hey. And we're just going to wait. Why? What did I do? Alright, so if show equals white, if player 1 score is greater than or equal to winning score, if player 1's score is equal to winning score, okay. Yep. Hmm. Is it equals winning score? No, I mean, no, greater, that means the same thing. Oh, man. If showing win, so if windscreen, canvas context dot fill style white, if player 1 score, and it's, we got it named right, player 1 score equals 0, player 1 score equals, is greater than or equal to winning score, down here, canvas context dot fill style white, if player 1 score is greater than or equal to winning score, is it, please tell me I just didn't, please tell me it's a semicolon error, please. One, two, okay, that's so weird. Is it because this, it's fill white down here? Oh my god. This is part of it. This is part of it right here. This is why programming really ruffles my jimmies sometimes. Alright.
If we're showing the windscreen, then we're showing that click to continue message. Let's move that a little further down on the screen. It doesn't seem to me right like it needs to be in the top left corner like that. Let's move it I don't know, over some, wait, maybe not that much. Or 800 pixels wide. I'm kind of eyeballing this stuff. Maybe 350. How far down? Let's say 5 out of 600 vertical. 5/6 of that might look okay.
Oops.
And now, here's why I copy and pasted those lines. I don't actually want to keep that OR bar, but I do want these general expressions because I want to post a different message based on which player earned enough points to have ended the round. One of them must, since they passed that OR bar, to have flipped show windscreen in the first place. And so if player 1 finished, let's go ahead and move this color fill up here. It can be shared among these. Now, yeah, if I did, you're going to see it wrap, but that's fine. Let's say left player 1, left player 1, and for
Alright, so windscreen, text white, if player 1 score greater than or equal to winning score, canvas context.fill text, player 1 wins. Great.
For position that, let's put that closer to the top of the screen, maybe 200 down. And
Alright. 400, 200. Well, like, that works, 400. 200.
I'm going to do the same deal here for player 2, where I will say write player 1. And it can be in the same position because, of course, the nature of an if-else statement is only ever going to show one of these or the other. It can't show both. Even if both of
Or wait a minute, is it because I have...
these were true, and this isn't the kind of game where you can have a draw from people winning at the same time. Even if they were both true, if this first if condition passes its test, it won't even give the else a chance to evaluate. So we know these two will never overlap. So let's save it. We'll give it a second to catch up at the scores. Let's just let the computer player win this time. It should say, write player 1. Click to continue. If
I don't get it. I really don't get it. Else it. Okay, yeah, this is all it's saying. Oh my god. Like, does it need, I mean, does it need to be show color first? I don't know. And click to continue. Alright, so we're watching. Okay, so it's not rendering. It's alright, let's just, instead of getting upset, let's bring out the notepad. Here we go. Things are happening. Alright, bug in question. Conditions are player, wait, player text not rendering to, not showing up on screen, period. Which means it's not recognizing I really just want to maybe if let's actually just straight up alright, let's just straight up hard code these in. So alright, we don't have to keep refreshing, but that's alright. Really should just keep it up here. Cool. And then, cool. So, if one screen is true, and if player one score is greater than or equal to winning score, and winning score is a constant, 3. Then take this take this and say click to continue. Let's actually just make sure that, oh no, we can't write one and not write the other because we're not. Player score is greater than or equal to winning score. You are the winner. I really just need it to show click to continue. Alright, there we go. So we're gonna wait for it to, wait for the godlike AI to win. Dude. How about, wait, hold on, 200? Not 2,000. 200? Alright, save. Alright, come on. Alright, again, I'm just testing it. I don't need to win. This isn't like gaming. Well, this is making a game. I just need to test. Oh my god. I don't know what the hell the problem is. How about How long has it been? 50 minutes, an hour. Alright, I'm going to... I'm going to leave it here. Because I'd love to do more with you guys, but I'm trying to keep, this video to a relatively short length. It's already been like 50 minutes. I don't want, well, this is a documentation video, but I would like to keep these videos relatively watchable. So before I get too angry, I'm gonna call it here, and yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching. Thanks for watching, guys. We're gonna do more of these. If you guys like this video, if you like me kind of borderline blowing a casket because I can't create anything, at least that's in my head, hit the like button below, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment in the description. I would love some insight on what I'm doing or not doing for this project. I'm sure what I'm not getting is pretty simple, but hey, listen, whatever. Like, subscribe, and remember, be nice, be safe. We are living in an interesting time, and that doesn't even do it justice in summing up where we're at right now. So stay safe, be safe, stay clean, do all the things. Peace.